Wow, I don't know what's going on now. So yesterday, I've been diagnosed psychotic, by the way. I'm not, obviously, but I was diagnosed psychotic. Of course, they want to label me with some sort of craziness, but I'm not psychotic because I wasn't having delusions or imagining anything that's happened to me. It's all real. We've got evidence, witnesses, and it's all real. It's not a delusion. Yes, I was a bit... One of the definitions of psychosis is that you don't know what reality is, but when you've got people deliberately messing about with your reality, how are you going to know what reality is? You're not going to know what reality is, because they're deliberately messing with your reality, which they are doing to all of us anyway. So we've all got psychosis. Everybody, there's like mass psychosis, except I can see through the psychosis. So I don't know why I've been able to have psychosis, because I'm probably one of the only people on the planet that hasn't got psychosis. Well, I'm aware that my reality is being manipulated. Anyway, so because of this, I've now been... I don't know if they're just doing this to like go along with me, you know, like, or if it's really happened. But I'm not psychotic. But the last few people I've seen have all said that they've never seen anything about me that suggested I'm psychotic. And I've been re-diagnosed with CPTSD, which is what? Post-traumatic stress disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which is what I think I've got. Because I've had multiple traumas since childhood. My life's just been one big trauma. My whole life has just been traumatic. Yeah. The day I was born, my mum said that she wanted to leave me in hospital and go home without me. So, what chance did I have, really? From day one, that was it. And then my sister was trying to kill me from the day she was born. And my mum hated me, and she's rhesus negative as well. So they're one of the only people that their bodies want to kill the children that are a different blood group to themselves. I'm a different blood group to my mother. So, yeah. Anyway, that's not really what I wanted to talk about. Anyway, on the way to the my taxi to the mental health clinic, £6.66. Oh, look, even the taxi driver was like, oh, that's just £6.60, please. He says, when that happens, I can never charge the £6. So I was like, oh, no, I'd like to pay £7, please, because in my head, like, 7 cancels out 666. So, but he was a bit dodgy about it as well, so he knew. And I said to him, oh, do you mind if I just take a photo, because... But anyway, of course, my camera wouldn't work. It wouldn't focus. It started doing weird things. The lens started closing. The bit things started flashing. So it wouldn't work. It's like, well, look, I can't even take a photograph to prove what's happening. This is what always happens to me. And I think the taxi driver might have thought that was a bit weird as well. And then as I got out the taxi, I smacked my hip on the taxi door. Really hurt myself. But I mean, and the minute I left the house, when I got in the taxi, he said to me, oh, there was no traffic. And now all of a sudden there's loads of traffic. I'm like, yeah, that's because I've got an appointment and I'm late. So they sent all the traffic to come make sure I'm late. And that was before that happened anyway. And then I get out of the taxi, I go in the waiting room, there's a number on the wall. Phone number, area code 666. And then I sit down and look around the waiting room, and someone comes, and there's a woman next to me. She looks really pissed off. I'm thinking, Then there's a couple of people sat here. They look quite chirpy. The woman comes in. I think, well, I don't know. They seemed a bit bright. I don't know, but there was something about that woman next to me that I felt she was a bit different from everybody else. Maybe she's being attacked like I am by spiritual things, and the other people there are just... yeah, I don't, just probably oblivious or faking. And yeah, and then I went in the room to see my care coordinator, and in the corner of the room as I'm telling her, because I'm on bail, Angel A Payne, who's a child protection social worker. I'm on bail for that, and another A Payne. Angel A Payne and A Payne, Alastair, the beast. Where'd that name come from, eh? Imagine that. Imagine deliberately. They've deliberately done that. They've deliberately done that. They've deliberately chosen those names. Where's that name come from? And he's probably caused me the most trauma and most hurt and pain in my life for a long time, 13 years, over 13 years. And his other girlfriend is dead now. She died of a heart attack, and I've got a photograph, a video what I'm going to put up of my heart beating, and you can actually see it coming out of my chest. And I sent him a text message saying, please don't do this to me, I'm going to have a heart attack. And before she died, I said to him, God ain't going to have this. This is not going to be acceptable. Because he'd told me that we were married. So, and also this woman was another man's husband. So he's in adultery, and the way he treated me was absolutely appalling. So, and yeah, I knew she was going to die. Either that or they've done it on purpose to make it look like that. So this is it. I don't know how much of it they do on purpose to make it look like things are happening, but I don't know. It's like, I had a dream about my neighbour, and I think he's dead, but I don't actually know he's dead to her. They could have just told me that. They could have put the dream in my head. But I don't know. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but if this was happening to you, if this happens to you, you're going to start questioning it. Like, where are the dreams coming from? They're coming true. So where is it coming from? Is it coming from God? Is it coming from demons? Or is it coming from like some kind of outside technology? And they've been experimenting on me since childhood, and they're actually implanting images into my mind. And they have been doing these experiments. And so my dad was working with computer programming and data warehousing, which is all stuff to do with, at the time, nobody really understood the field that he was in. But now, with Facebook and like data, obviously we know what data warehousing is. It's literally data warehouses for data, which is our data, isn't it? Which is us, which is things like the microchip and getting stuff into your mind and all of that information. So now I'm older, I can understand sort of, but at the time I couldn't even grasp what my dad was on about, because at that time this stuff wasn't. He was working on stuff years ago that now we know what it is, but this stuff didn't exist then. So he was developing all this years ago, when the internet was just coming out. And this is all of this is all. And the way I've ended up working in a hospital and pharmacy and drug trials and transplants and all this weird stuff, it's so weird. And of course, talking about it makes me sound a bit mental, because it's difficult and sort of a bit crazy. And anyway, so I go in the room, and in the room is basically the house, my ex's house and his mum's house, which I'm on bail for throwing a rock through the window. Angel A Payne and Alastair Payne. Oh, mummy, is Oedipus. He asked me to cut my hair into a bob and dyke bun. Guess what haircut his mum's got? Yeah. It's all really sick, twisted shit. Really sick, twisted shit. And then I found a book, a really old book from like 1911, written by brother M. Payne. What's his dad's called? And inside the book it's got about, let's see if we've got his initials in it as well. Then it's got photographs of the area that I'm living in. And it's like, well, you just couldn't make this up. And it's insane. It's insane, isn't it? And there's loads more. There's loads more. Oh, I've just spilled. It's only okay. It's only a tiny little cup. Look, that's not going to make a mess. So you can't blame me for like going a bit crazy, can you? Because something's going on, isn't it? Because it's not all a coincidence, is it? No, it's very dark. It's crazy. I need to find the book. I need to find the book. And then it goes even deeper than that, and it goes even further than that. And for that, I need to show you some photographs, really. It's very hard to show. It's hard unless it actually takes somebody to then show them, which is very difficult to like prove it. And now the book, which is evidence, I can't find the book now. It's an old book, but I'm going to get it. It's here somewhere, unless someone's broken into my flat and stolen the book, which of course they could have done. But I don't think that's happened. I think it's just, it's just buried under a pile of paperwork somewhere. But anyway, what else weird's happened? It's not all bad. There's people looking out for me as well. I've got these bad, evil angels that are trying to absolutely destroy me, and most of them are my own family. My family, the man that I was in love with, that told me that we're married, but then tells me that I'm crazy, that's broken my hand, that's ruined my life, that's lied and cheated and conned me. Absolute complete scumbag sack of shit. Yeah, oh Sam, you shouldn't talk about anybody like that. Yes, you should. Yes, you should, if they're a pathetic man like him. And also a pathetic man like the one who was promoted to a sergeant of Torquay Police Station, Peter, who had to move straight from Mummy's into my house and then bully me and tell me, get out, this is my house now. No, it wasn't your house. No, it's not your house. Pete, go and get your own house. Go and be a man and go and provide for my sister instead of stealing my house and stealing our house and taking over it and telling her to get effing rid of your own child. Because if you'd had your way, you would have killed your own child, wouldn't you? And who was the only one? And my mum and my brother and everyone trying to make her have an abortion after they've already done that. My mum had already done that to both me and my sister in the past. So this is what scumbags you are. And now you're lying to my nan who brought me up when I was younger. And she's calling me a lying little druggie. And this person's been was made a sergeant within the police, and God knows where he is now. He's probably been promoted even higher. And also, do you really think if somebody in social services has managed to bring up a man like Alastair, who's treated me the way he has and other women the way he has, what she shouldn't be telling anyone how to bring up children when she has brought up such a monster, should she really? And also what she's allowing him to use her property for, and what she's allowing him to do to other people in that property. Child protection. He's taking 20-year-olds back there. He's in his 40s. Yeah, I've got a recording of him saying what's going on there. And don't forget as well, I've been there as well. And, other people. I'm right though, aren't I?